Hello friends, today I am trying to explain about chemistry of carbohydrates. On completion of this class, you would be able to know chemistry of carbohydrates, isomerism, mutarotation, epimerisation. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are compounds containing carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. They constitute one of the most important classes of natural products. They are commonly known as saccharides or sugars. Carbohydrates are widely distributed in nature, in plants and animals. The most important carbohydrate found in plants in starch. It occurs abundantly in roots, tubers, vegetables, and grains. The carbohydrates found in animal is glycogen. It is a storage form of carbohydrate present in liver and muscles. Although a number of classification schemes have been devised for carbohydrates, the division into four major groups: monosaccharides, disaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. Used here is among the most common. Most monosaccharides or simple sugars are found in grapes, other fruits, and honey. Chemistry of carbohydrates. Carbohydrate chemistry is a subdiscipline of chemistry, primarily concerned with the synthesized structure and function of carbohydrates. Due to the general structure of carbohydrates, their synthesis is often preoccupied with the selective formation of glycosidic linkage and the selective reaction of hydroxyl group. As a result, it relies heavily on the use of protecting groups. A asymmetric carbon atom, chiral carbon, is a carbon atom that is attached to four different types of atoms of groups of atoms. Lebel-Wandt Hoff rule states that the number of stereoisomers of an organic compound is 2n, where n represents the number of asymmetric carbon atoms, unless there is an internal plane of symmetry. A corollary of Lebel and Van Hoff simultaneously announced conclusions in 1874 that the most probable orientation of the bonds of a carbon atoms linked to four groups or atoms is toward the apexes of a tetrahedron, and that this accounted for all 10 known phenomena of molecular asymmetry which involved a carbon atom bearing four different atoms or groups. Knowing the number of asymmetric carbon atoms, one can calculate the maximum possible number of stereoisomers for any given molecule as follows. If n is the number of asymmetric carbon atoms, then the maximum number of isomers equal to 2n. As an example, malic acid has 4 carbon atoms, but just one of them is asymmetric. The asymmetric carbon atom is the one attached to two carbon atoms, an oxygen atom and a hydrogen atom. One may initially be inclined to think this atom is not asymmetric because it is attached to two carbon atoms, but because those two carbon atoms are not attached to exactly the same things. There are two different groups of atoms that the carbon atom in question is attached to, therefore making it an asymmetric carbon atom. Isomerism. All carbohydrates starting from trioses contain asymmetric carbon atom. The presence of asymmetric carbon atoms confirms two types of isomerisms on glyceraldehyde, the simplest carbohydrate, exhibits properties of a chiral or optical isomer compound. This molecule forms the basis for the designation of the isomers of all of the carbohydrates. Substances such as these three, which have identical molecular formulas but different structure formulas, are known as structural isomers. Glucose, galactose and fructose are single sugars or monosaccharides. Two monosaccharides can be linked together to form a double sugar or disaccharides. Stereoisomerism. Generally defined, stereoisomers are isomers that have the same composition, that is, the same parts, but that differ in the orientation of those parts in space. There are two kinds of stereoisomers, enantiomers and diastereomers. Enantiomers are mirror images like one's hand, and diastereomers are everything else. However, as is stated above, time scale and energy are important. In order to understand these considerations, it is helpful first to consider a special kind of stereoisomer, the conformational isomer. Stereoisomers, different spatial arrangements of the same molecular components, may have different odors. On the other hand, a series of different molecules that derive from benzene all have a similar odor. It is of historic interest that the first benzene derivatives studied by chemists, L and D structure, refers to whether the configuration at the chiral carbon first state from the carbonyl group for a monosaccharide. For example, highest number stereocenter is C5 of GLC or fructose. In its open form in the Fischer projection resembles that for R minus plus or L as glyceriddehyde 2,3-dihydroxypropanol respectively. The D form of sugars predominate in nature, so we will leave off the D or L designation. It is assumed, unless written otherwise, that all sugars presented in this class are D sugars. For example, in the Fischer projection, the D form of GLC has the C5 hydroxyl projecting to the right. Optical isomerism. Optical isomerism, presence of asymmetric carbon atom, also confers optical activity on the carbohydrate. When a beam of panel polarized light is passed through a solution exhibiting optical activity, it may be rotated to the right or to the left. When the light is rotated to the right, the compound is called dextrorotatory, represented as either D or plus. When the light is rotated to the left, the compound is called as levorotary, represented by the sign L or minus. When equal amounts of D and L forms are present in the mixture of the compound, the optical activity is zero. The compound is then said to exist in the racemic form. Optical isomerisms are referred to as enantiomers, which exist in pairs and are mirror images of each other. As an isomer which rotates plane of the polarized light to the right is designated as dextrorotatory D or plus, while its isomer which rotates plane of the polarized light to the left is designated as levorotary. A chiral molecule with the D configuration thus can either be dextrorotary or levorotatory, indicating its structural relationship to the D or L glyceraldehyde, but exhibiting different optical rotations. A mixture containing equal amounts of the two isomers, a mixture of the dextrorotatory and the levorotatory isomers of a chiral molecule is called a racemic. D and L isomers. Dextrorotation and levorotation, also spelled levorotation, are terms used in chemistry and physics to describe the optical rotation of plane polarized light. From the point of view of the observer, dextrorotation refers to clockwise or right-handed rotation, and levorotation refers to counterclockwise or left-handed rotation. A chemical compound that causes dextrorotation is called dextrorotatory or dextrorotatory, while a compound that causes levorotation is called levorotatory or levorotary. Compounds with these properties consist of chiral molecules and are said to have optical activity. If a chiral molecule is dextrorotary, its enantiomers geometric mirror image will be levorotary and vice versa. Enantiomers rotate plane polarized light the same number of degrees but in opposite directions. Ring structure of glucose. Glucose molecule ball and stick model. Hexose, a monosaccharide containing 6 carbon atoms in this ring. Each carbon is linked to hydroxyl and hydrogen side groups with the exception of the fifth atom which links to a sixth carbon atom outside the ring, forming a CH2OH group. Beta-D-glucose is D-glucopyranose with beta configuration at the anomeric center. It has a role as an epitope and a mouse metabolite. It is an enantiomer of a beta-L-glucose. Beta-D-glucopyranose is the beta isoform of D-glucopyranose, a synthetic simple monosaccharide as an energy source. D-glucose is a short form of dextrorotary glucose. It is one of the two stereoisomers of glucose and is the one that is biologically active. It occurs in plants as a product of photosynthesis in animals and fungi. It is the result of the breakdown of glycogen. Description: alpha-D-glucose is a primary source of energy for living organisms. It is naturally occurring and is found in fruits and other parts of plants in its free state. Amylose is a glucan composed of unbranched chains of D-glucopyranose residues in alpha glycosidic linkage. Mutarotation. Mutarotation is the change in the optical rotation because the change in the equilibrium between two anomers when the corresponding stereocenters interconvert. Cyclic sugars show mutarotation as alpha and beta anomeric forms intraconvert. The optical rotation of the solution depends on the optical rotation of each anomer and their ratio in the solution. Mutarotation was discovered by French chemists Dubreuil in 1844 when he noticed that the specific rotation of aqueous sugar solution changes with time. Pyranose is a collective term for saccharides that have a chemical structure that includes a six-membered ring consisting of 5 carbon atoms and 1 oxygen atom. There may be other carbons external to the ring. The name derives from its similarity to the oxygen heterocycle paran, but the pyranose ring does not have double bonds. A pyranose in which the anomeric OH at C (L) has been converted into an OR group is called a pyranoside. A furanose is a collective term for carbohydrates that have a chemical structure that includes a 5-membered ring system consisting of 4 carbon atoms and 1 oxygen atom. The name derives from its similarity on the oxygen heterocycle furan, but the furanose ring does not have double bond. When glucose prepared by crystallization syrup from the evaporators is sent to vacuum pans where it is further evaporated under vacuum to supersaturation. Fine seed crystals are added and the sugar mother liquor yields a solid precipitate of about 50% by weight. Crystalline sugar crystallization is a serial process. The first crystallization yielding a sugar or a strike leaves a residual mother liquid known as a molasses. The molasses is concentrated to yield a B strike, and the low grade B molasses is concentrated to yield C sugar, and final molasses or blackstrap. Blackstrap contains approximately 25% sucrose and 20% invert glucose and fructose. At this level, the sugar cannot be removed economically by crystallization. Crystal separation and drying. Crystals and mother liquor are separated in basket type centrifuges. Continuous machines are used for C sometimes B sugars, but batch machines are best for A sugars because of the crystal breakage that takes place in continuous centrifuges. Mother liquor is spun off the crystals and a fine jet of water is spared on the sugar pressed against the wall of the centrifugal basket, reducing the syrup coating on each crystal. In modern factories, the washing processes is quite extensive in an effort to produce high purity raw sugar. Overall recovery of sugar from cane juice averages between 70 and 80%. The washed sugar dumped from the baskets onto moving belts dries and cools on the belts as it moves to bulk storage. At this point, it is pale brown to golden yellow with a sucrose content of say 97 to 99% and a moisture content of 0.5%. This raw sugar, the sugar of commerce, is stored in bags in countries where labor is abundant and cheap. Generally, however, it is stored in bulk and shipped loose like grain. In dry bulk ships to areas where it will be refined. Muta-rotation. The In the case of hard candy, confectioner and professional candy makers typically bring the boiling sugar solution to about 150 Celsius (300 to fathom) before removing it from the heat. Sugar or sucrose as it is scientifically termed when slowly heated melts to form liquid and when heating continuous one or two things might happen to it. Either it may spontaneously decomposes into decomposition products or it may caramelize. If we continue heating the sugar, it may turn into carried product. Any sugar crystals remaining in the syrup can cause others to crystallize. Adding a little corn syrup or an acid such as citrus juice will help to prevent this. Selecting a syrup recipe that includes a little brown sugar gives pancake syrup a warm color, and the acid in brown sugar helps to prevent crystallization. Stirring or jostling of any kind can cause the sugar to begin crystallizing. Why are crystals untraceable in some candy recipes, and how do you stop them from forming? The fact that sugar solidifies into crystals is extremely important the candy making. When you heat sugar syrup that has partially crystallized, the water in the syrup can contain more sugar, allowing the sugar crystals to dissolve. Because it's so important to dissolve every sugar crystal in the syrup. It's best to heat graining syrup on the stove instead of the microwave. These are the delicious flavors and aromas of caramelized sugar. The caramelization process begins around 320 Celsius when crystalline sugar melts into clear molten sugar at 340 to 350 Celsius. The color change to light straw or pale caramel brown. Burning a sugar cube is a chemical change fire actives, a chemical reaction between sugar and oxygen. The oxygen in the air reacts with the sugar and the chemical bonds are broken. Muta rotation. The alpha and beta anomers are diastereomers of each other and usually have different specific rotations. A solution or liquid sample of a pure alpha anomer will rotate plane polarized light by a different amount and are in the opposite direction than the pure beta anomer of that compound. The optical rotation of the solution depends on the optical rotation of each anomer and their ratio in the solution. For example, if a solution of beta D-glucoparanose is dissolved in water. Its specific optical rotation will be plus 80.7 Celsius. Over time, some of the beta D glucoparanose will undergo mutarotation to become alpha D glucoparanose, which has an optical rotation of plus 112.2 Celsius. Thus, the rotation of the solution will increase from plus 18.7 Celsius to an equilibrium value of plus 52.7 Celsius. As some of the beta form is converted to the alpha form, the equilibrium mixture is actually about 64% of beta D-glucoparanose and about 36% of alpha D-glucoparanose, though there are also traces of and the other forms including furanoses and open-chained form. Epimerization and epimers. The chemical conversion of one epimer to another is called epimerization. If this interconversion is catalyzed by an enzyme, the enzyme is an epimerase. As an example, UDP glucose for epimerase catalyzes the epimerization of the C4 carbon of glucose. In the reaction, UDP glucose is epimerized to UDP galactose. In stereochemistry, an epimer is one of a pair of DS stereomers. The two epimers have opposite configuration at only one stereogenic center out of at least two. All other stereogenic center in the molecules are the same in each. Epimerization is the interconversion of one epimer to the other epimer. Doxorubicin and epirubicin are two epimers that are used as drugs. The sugars glucose and galactose are epimers. In glucose, the minus OH group on the first carbon is in the acyl position, the direction opposite the minus OH group, and carbon C4. In galactose, the OH group is oriented in the same direction, the equatorial position. The sugars, glucose and galactose are epimers. The glucose, the OH group, on the first carbon is in the axial position, the direction opposite the OH group on carbon C4. In galactose, the OH group is oriented in the same direction is equatorial position. Summary: we have discussed in this class about chemistry carbohydrates. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good day.